David, that was clearly a disappointing afternoon. Just how do you feel right now?
Disappointed, what you said. Disappointed with the outcome, and lots of parts of the game.
What frustrated you most?
Well, obviously the result frustrated me most, because I didn't think it was quite that. I didn't think that it was a true reflection on the game, but that's where it ended up.
What were you saying to the players at half time? Obviously you got in the break, got the goal just before then, had a little bit of momentum. What was your message to the players?
Keep doing what we were doing. We hadn't started the game awfully well. They had kept the ball quite well, but I thought we'd looked a bit of a threat. We'd sort of grown into the game. We got a goal not long before half time. They started the second half much better. They had got themselves a few free kicks, 3 or 4 free kicks in the first 4 or 5 minutes, which didn't help. And we gave away a terrible first goal. Yeah. But I thought once it went 1 each, I thought we were probably the better team leading into that in that period of the game. I thought the game sort of swayed at different times, and unfortunately we gave away a second goal, which meant that we were half chasing the game after that. Yeah,
quite early in the second half, looked like Jacob Bryan might have picked up an injury. He went into
he did. He had it in the first half from me. He got it in the first half from a challenge what he had. He went down just before half time, so we knew he had taken quite a big.
Just after that, could see Patterson went to warm up. It looked like you were thinking about bringing Coleman on. What was the thought process with keeping on with?
Because we thought he was injured when he went off the pitch at the bottom, and then we got told that he's able to get through it. And at that period, they were having a series of 3 or 4 corner kicks at the moment, which I needed big Jake's height.
Yeah, thank you.
Next. Paul.
Iliman's had opportunities in each of the last 2 games at home here at crucial times and not taken either. Does that just sort of show what he needs to develop in his game?
Yeah, I think really those players have been so good for us in the early part of the season. I think the second half of the season it looked as if we've just ran out of goals, mainly from the likes of Illy, Kieran a little bit as well. So I think Illy especially, it is big opportunities in a few of the games which in the past we've seen him score. He scored a great goal against Chelsea here, but since then we've had quite a lot of opportunities in the games and we've not been able to take them to win the games, which we've needed, because as we know we've not been overly generous with our centre forwards goals, so it's been sort of Kieran and Illy who've been required to step up for us mainly, and they've both sort of just dried up in the last month or so.
Andy, did you have your hand up?
Hi David, it's been a disappointing end to the season for you. Now what do you think you need over the summer to build on the positives of the area in the campaign?
Yeah, I think we need to go again and try and restart another part of another. Well, let's be fair, we're trying to build something which is going to be good as time goes on. We put ourselves in a decent position most of the season to talk well about the team, but I don't feel like talking well about them today, because it was a big moment for us and we weren't able to take it, so we need to try and find a way of improving that, and that mainly always means that we're going to have to bring in other players and try and see if we can step up again.
Barry.
Hi David, it was another game where Everton had the lead and couldn't quite see it through, so wondering from your perspective, what do you think's changed from the start of the season, that the side was holding those leads at the start but has not been able to do it in recent weeks?
I don't think there's any one reason for it. I think that today's was a pure mistake. I think the other games, and let's be fair, we're just off the back of 2 or 3 of the worst decisions for us, which have made our results look far worse than they are. We've actually, in truth, played pretty well. Maybe not so much today, but in the other games we've played pretty well wherever we've been, and we've lost out in a couple of penalty kick decisions which have got us points. So any one of those other games, the points had gone in our favour, we would be saying we'd be disappointed about today, but we would still be thinking that we've done okay. So I do think that. Yeah, it's not really like us. We've lost a 3 here against Man City, and we lost a 3 here today. And especially we're playing Sunderland, who are not a side who score many goals, in truth. So It should have been something which we should be better. But I said I think the third one got away from us, and that's why I said a bit about not sure the result was quite. The third got away when we're having to try and find a way of getting a goal back.
Okay, folks.
Okay, cheers, thank you.
Cheers.